Position paper number 1. As an anti-hunting radical feminist, I loved reading the article, "She Got Herself Shot." The article inflamed my radical feminist sensibilities and left me not only with an appreciation of the author's vibrant and poetic use of language, but also with a deep desire to start an anti-hunting letter-writing campaign, letter-writing campaigns being nearly equivalent to the Pulitzer Prize insofar as awards bestowed on feminist writing go. My enthusiasm was tempered, however, when I read Helping World Majority Students Make Sense of University Expectations. While reading this chapter of Helen Fox's Listening to the World, Cultural Issues in Academic Writing, I was reminded how important it is to be open-minded, not only in the academic setting that the article advocates, but in every closely held belief of mine, including hunting. In fact, the two pieces of writing, together, reminded me of an embarrassing event that happened to me several years ago. Back before I had children, I had a friend named Jim. Jim was, in many ways, a good old boy. Born and raised in Romeo, Michigan, Jim was a drinker, a smoker, a Christian, and a Mason. I was, as I am now, a liberal agnostic feminist. As can probably be imagined, there were several issues on which Jim and I were not able to see eye to eye. Foremost of these issues was circumcision. I was pro-circumcision, having read statistics that circumcision aided in reducing occurrences of cervical cancer in circumcised men's female partners, penile cancer, and AIDS. Jim was adamantly anti-circumcision, purporting that he could, quote, take his dick out and thwop it on the table 100 times and not feel a thing, unquote. He felt that his genitals had been mutilated without his permission as an infant. He contended that male circumcision was as heinous as female circumcision, an idea that greatly offended me. Well, years went by and Jim and I lost touch. In an unrelated event, I got pregnant. I panicked when the ultrasound technician revealed that I would be having a male child. Should I have my son circumcised? What if he hated me for having him circumcised, as Jim hated his parents? I was confused. Had I been of my parents' generation, I probably would have gone ahead and had my son circumcised, which is what I thought was best. However, I had the internet at my disposal, so in between researching what type of diapers to use, I researched circumcision. I was surprised by what I found. Circumcision had its roots in America in preventing masturbation, not preventing disease, and all evidence that it did prevent disease had been refuted. I decided not to have my son circumcised. Although it's somewhat embarrassing to me that I was so gung-ho about circumcision, what is more embarrassing is that I'm sure that I still hold many outmoded false opinions. But I'm not alone. Helping world majority students make sense of university expectations shows how many highly educated academics in the United States are ignorant as to cultural differences in communication style and give their foreign-born students, i.e., world majority students, lower grades because of it. According to Fox, both the students and the college must change. Changing the students, while not easy to accomplish, is easy to understand, and Fox elaborates several techniques to help professors help their students change. But what exactly does it mean to change the college? First and foremost, everyone, including professors, needs to realize that their way of doing things is not the only right way. There are many types of discourse, and many of them are culturally derived. And since culture, unexamined, has the ability to invisibly influence all of our beliefs, we must carefully examine it. Like the cartoon in the New Yorker entitled What We Talk About When We Talk About the Weather, where the couple walk in the rain while arguing about who hates the other person more, culture is the rain that, mostly unnoticed, affects our perception on nearly everything. How does all of this relate to hunting? Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know a whole lot about hunting. And maybe hunting kills Bambis was a good enough reason for me to dislike hunting as a 6-year-old, but as an adult, I need to re-examine, research, and reform my beliefs. I'd better go Google now.